My name is Agata Goździk. I'm from the Institute of Geophysics, Polish Academy of Sciences, and we are leading the project on behalf of the whole consortium. So generally, we started our project in May last year, so it's first anniversary, and we will conduct it till April 2019. We are aiming to propose innovative educational projects for secondary schools in Europe. So we are working with teachers and students that are 13-year-old and older up to the end of the secondary school. In some countries, it's 18, 19, or 20-year-old students. So therefore, we've got this range of ages. And we are generally dealing with STEM education. We are using the Arctic and polar research, which we find really attractive and engaging, to propose really a variety of different topics from STEM education. So sometimes you may be surprised by our lessons and topics of our lessons, because it's not directly dedicated to the Arctic. For instance, we had a lesson about the ants and about Himalaya mountains. We had some classes on earthquakes, also including earthquakes in Romania. But generally, it's the idea to raise the interest of young people in STEM education, and also to encourage them to take a scientific career maybe in future, and to join some scientific institutes for their careers and professional life. So we want also to show that how is it to be a scientist, what's this work like, and that we are also close to society and close to education, and we want to build bridges between research and education communities. So that's generally what the project is about. We are working in a consortium of 6 organizations from 5 countries. Institute of Geophysics is a leader of the project, and we have 4 polar or subpolar stations, because if you took part in a lesson about the Arctic, you may know that the borders of the Arctic are different regarding to the definition we take. So sometimes some parts of the Arctic are included, some of them are excluded. For instance, Iceland, there are some various definitions, including or excluding these islands from the Arctic. But still, we've got 4 places. So it's Polish Polar Station in Horsund on Spitsbergen, Carpool Research Station on Iceland, Faroe Island Nature Investigation on Faroe Island, and Nibios Sandholt Station in Norway, which are taking part in our project. But also we have some webinars, some online classes, and some activities from our partner countries. And we are trying to spread the word about the EDU-ARCTIC as much as possible and invite scientists all over the world. And therefore we had also some webinars from scientists from Hawaii or Argentina, and we are planning to have even more, maybe New Zealand soon. So generally, those 4 stations are on board, but we are doing our best to make it as wide and as interesting as possible. You have already seen this introductory video, and I've got a small competition for you. I would like you to answer on chat, and we will have, during our webinar, we will have 4 questions, and the person that will answer the biggest number of questions that I have will get a small prize from me. It's a polar puzzle with a picture of our Polish polar station on Svalbard. So we will send you by post this nice puzzle. So stay informed and ready to answer on chat. You may answer to everyone. Then we will see who was the winner in answering. So the first question is here. The main objective of EDU-ARCTIC is to teach students as many facts about the Arctic as possible, to teach STEM in the Arctic, to increase students' interest in STEM using the Arctic and polar research, or to produce STEM reports for policymakers. What do you think? We've got perfect, yes. Maria from Romania, the answer is C. Yes, very good. Well done. The first one was Maria, so congratulations. And we will go further. We will have 3 more questions, so you've got the chance to answer properly. Thank you for contributing. So this is the answer. And now those 5 components that are the main parts of our project. I think the most popular and the most often used is component of online lessons. They are virtual classes provided with the use of the Cisco WebEx, so exactly as we are using today. So for those of you who didn't participate yet, it's this tool, so it's easy. You need to have a link. You get it from the portal, and you may participate with your whole class. Or with, because we propose also some afternoon classes for those who are conducting some extra classes or classes for interested students. So you may choose if you want to do that with the whole group or only with some of them who are the most interested in that. We are trying to offer a variety of different topics. As I mentioned at the beginning, it's not only the Arctic, but in fact, in the Arctic, we are conducting all kinds of research that we are normally also conducting in Poland, for instance, at Institute of Geophysics. So it means that we may provide really a lot of information and a lot of research outputs, having this Arctic region in mind. And we are also open for your suggestions. So if you want to have a particular online lesson, particular topic, you may write to us within evaluation survey after each online lesson or on Edu Forum. I will show you in a moment how it works. So you may also find it and inform us that you are willing to participate in a class on such and such topic. And you may always check the list of all upcoming lessons on the portal. Maybe we will go for a moment just to show how to find it on our website. So if you go to the main website, it's eduarctic.eu. Then you go to program, and when you choose online lesson, you will have information, general information about that, but also this view all upcoming lessons. This is important because you have the calendar of all lessons planned, not only those which are specially recommended, because we are mainly recommending English classes, but if we've got some classes in other languages, national languages, they are just forthcoming. So to see the whole list of online lessons proposed, it's best to go to the calendar, and then you may also choose directly from calendar. You may go there and see description, time when we start. You may always check your local time because we are providing time in UTC because we've got different zones in Europe. So we decided to have this UTC time as a general time, but you may check your local time. So when you go there, you may see that 7 a.m. UTC. It's in Warsaw, where I'm staying now. It's 9 a.m. And you may enroll here. So to enroll, you need to log log into the portal, confirm that, and then when you are enrolled, you may see here the link to the lesson. But as you managed to join the webinar today, you probably did this all these parts without any problems. So I'm really glad of that. So you've got on the portal also descriptions of all lessons. If you want to have a lesson in your national language, and of course we do not speak all European languages, but quite many in fact. I was counting them, and I think it's 10 European languages that we speak in the consortium. And sometimes we are also asking our colleagues from other countries to provide a lesson in other languages. So, for instance, we had a Romanian lesson on earthquakes. So, if there are at least 10 schools interested in national language classes, then we are trying to make it possible generally. So it's easy with Polish lessons because we've got a lot of Polish scientists working with us, but also other languages, mainly Scandinavian we speak, but also Russian, French, German. So I hope it would be useful. And there's Polarpedia. Polarpedia is an online encyclopedia on polar terms and terms that are presented during our online classes. So generally, if we are providing some terms because we think that this term could be quite tricky for your students. One thing is English classes, but the second one is scientific language. So to make it easier for you, we are preparing information on some terms that we are using, trying to do that with some graphics, some videos, some animations, etc., just to prepare your students for the lesson. And if we have Polarpedia terms already, when we are proposing a lesson, then this information is in the description, so you may find links to Polarpedia in the description. And here it is. It's what it looks like. We've got 9 big categories. Polarpedia is available from our portal, but you may also go there directly. It's polarpedia.eu, and you may look for some terms and see if they are also translated to your language. Right now we've got quite many terms are in 5 languages right now. We are going to have also Romanian version, and some additional version will come. So we want to end up with at least 7 languages. But what is important, you may also look for translators and check it in your own language if we are not providing this language. But important is to understand the phenomena, so to make it more understandable for you, and also to prepare for the lesson if some students will ask you how to find something, or what is calving, for instance. This phenomena, this name is not, we are not familiar normally with, if we are not dealing with this particular polar phenomena, we are probably not familiar with this word at all in our own language also. So therefore this Polarpedia could be useful. And just right now the next question will appear in a moment, so I suggest that you go to Polarpedia and open it, and then you could be ready to answer this question. What is calving in French or Polish? If we have Polish teachers, please provide French, a French version. If we have French teachers, please provide Polish version. And you may also answer on chat. So you are generally going to the website. You may go either to website and look for Polarpedia, or directly to polarpedia.eu. Then you should look for calving or choose ice. Perfect. Maria, the second good answer, lucky you. Yes, this is the correct answer in French, and in Polish it's cielenie or cielenie się. It's the process of breaking some ice cubes from the glacier to the sea. So you may also find some really nice video or graphics and photos and explanation on that later on. Okay, so the third component is Arctic competitions. The first edition is closed already, but in fact we have a person that took part in that. And if I could ask you, Stelios, I will just unmute your microphone, and if you could say a few words about this competition and how you were preparing to that, of course, if you don't mind. Stelios, your microphone is on, so you may...
do you hear me?
Yes.
You hear me, okay. It was a very nice effort with a very nice result, as I can say. It happened that I only knew it 3 days before the deadline. So immediately the same morning I saw it in the internet, I informed my students in the first class of high senior school, 15 years old kids. And I told them we have only 3 days till Tuesday, 2nd of March, if I remember well. If anyone on Monday morning can bring me a small proposal, a research one, connected to Arctic, as it concerns biology, because I am a biology teacher, he's more than welcome, or she is more than welcome. We can fix it with language, English. I can enrich it with more scientific material in order of methodology and results or measurements. And we succeeded to get in the third stage of interviews, of online interviews. I guess we did very well. So we are very happy. We are very lucky and happy to join the research expedition in August. In Faroe Islands or Iceland?
Yes, exactly. You really did very well, and yeah, the whole jury was really impressed on the project. So the general idea is there are three types of projects. It could be an essay, video, or a poster. Yes. So it's up to the student and his teacher, her teacher. Competitions are for teams, so it's one teacher plus one student. If you have more than one very talented student, you may propose more than one project, but for one student, it's one project only. And generally, teachers are acting as mentors, so they are helping and engaging students in that, but not preparing the whole project, of course. And there are two categories, innovation and research projects. And we are going to have this competition one more time in 2018, so there is still a chance to do that. We didn't publish yet the dates for the next edition, but we are expecting to have it open at the very beginning of 2018, maybe in December 2017, but definitely in January 2018, the first stage will be open. And there are 3 stages. There are 3 stages. So first stage is a short summary. It's really short, like a half a page or 1 page maximum, describing the idea. On the basis of this, we are choosing up to 50 projects, and projects are proposing students are proposing the full project in the form of essay, video, or poster. And then we are choosing 12, the best projects, and we are contacting those 12 teams. And teams are invited for online meetings. And then the whole consortium, in fact, 6 organizations were on board listening to you, and they were really inspired by idea. And they are choosing 6 teams that are joining the competition. This year, Iceland and Faroe Islands, but next year it will be Svalbard and Northern Norway. So beyond Arctic Circle, both of them. So definitely the Arctic, regardless the definition we will take of the Arctic. So I encourage you to take part. There's a lot of time to prepare, much more than Stelios had at the first edition. And definitely, if you are participating with your classes in online lessons, you may ask what are the challenges for those people working there, for instance, or what kind of equipment they've got, what kind of laboratory. So it's easier then to think of an idea for the project, either innovation or research project. So it's a good idea. If you think of students that could take part next year, then you may start preparing them by taking part in webinars. Okay, and here we go. The question number 3. Give correct numbers. EDU-ARCTIC is conducted by how many partners from how many countries and at how many polar stations? So I need 3 numbers. Stelios was first with, oh no, not all is correct. So we've got some answers correct, but not whole. Any other suggestions? We've got 4 from Bojana, and if this 4 goes to in good place, then we will have the right answer. Yeah, 4 stations. So yeah, Stelios right now, 6 partners from 5 countries at 4 polar stations, exactly. And we will still have one more question to go. Teacher workshops. There are another proposal for teachers, and in fact, I was contacting some of you, Gabriela from Slovakia, in order to inspire them and invite to teacher workshops, because we are trying to have as many countries on board as possible, and therefore we're looking for those countries that are not yet registered for the workshop. And right now we have an option for Southern and Western Europe. It's a workshop in France. It's a 2-day workshop from 21 to 22 September, and Norway is also open for Scandinavian and Northern Europe, and they will have the workshop at 18th of November. Our Polish workshop the registration is closed. However, if you are from Czech, Slovakia or Slovenia, these 3 countries we are looking for representatives from these 3 countries. We will open registration for you if you write us information that you want to join. And we should the registration for other 2 workshops is extended till 5th of June. So you still have almost 3 weeks to register or to inform your colleagues from your countries that they still may join these workshops. The other component is monitoring system. This is a proposal for your students, but teachers are providing information in reports. So generally it's cooperation again, and you are uploading your reports, your data on the web portal, EDU-ARCTIC portal. This is how it looks. I will go for a moment on the website to show it where to look for some more information. So this is monitoring, and you may see a map with measurements. So you may choose if you want to have information on air temperature, or maybe cloud cover, or some extreme phenomena like lightning, or atmospheric phenomena, aurora, rainbow, glaze frost. If you navigate on the map, you may see what kind of observations and measurements we are expecting. And you may also see how it was changing, because we may also navigate having various dates here. So the measurements are taken once a week, so it's on Mondays. If you are not able to do that on Monday, you may still do that on Tuesday, and then you may see different colors. So for late observations, late measurements, you've got different color. But please remember that for some values, like which are here described as actual values, you should still provide information valid for Monday. So even if you are providing information on Tuesday, you should check air temperature and cloud cover on Monday. You may report it later on, but still it should be actual values from Monday. If you want to know more about that, because I believe that we could have a full webinar on monitoring only, but just to let you know where to look for information. We've got all the rules how to do that here in this place. So one more time, you've got, if you go to monitoring part, you've got this view. This is the map. And then if you go on how it works, you've got additional information. We know that for some countries it's not possible to observe all species. For instance, raspberry willow herb will definitely not present in Greece, for instance, or Romania, and but still you are providing information on those species that are observed in your countries or neighborhood of your school, and for the rest you are leaving it empty, and that's no problem. And you have also a manual for teachers. This is very useful. It's in two versions, Polish version and English version, and it's really detailed. So it's all the rules are there, but also there are some information with photos. So this is useful if you are not sure what does it mean partly cloudy sky. You may go there, and each value is with photos and a description. So just to make sure that you know what is showers or continuous rain. So just for your information, you may also provide it to your students just for their observations, and it's like a field guide for them. Okay, so we've got the fourth question. How do polar bears hunt for penguins? This one is a little bit tricky. Never. Perfect, Gabriela. Yeah, exactly. They live in different areas. So polar bears are connected to the Arctic, in fact, but penguins definitely not. So thank you for good answer. And some information about schools in the project. Right now, we are very happy to have over 400 teachers from 35 countries. So 3 continents, in fact, or even 4, because we've got Israel on board. So 4 continents. And we are aiming right now for 500. We've got also small competition with our puzzles, so you may spread awards among your colleagues. And if they join, we will randomly choose some of them, and also the 500 teacher also will get puzzles from us. So just to have the competition, but it's really great to see so many teachers and so many countries on board. We are very, very lucky and happy about that. Now I would like to show you a little bit how to navigate on portal. So if you, I will go to my screen one more time and show you information here on the portal. So if you are logged in, you may see additional parts of that, because without logging in, there is only EDU-GAME and login. But with when you are logged, then you've got additional EDU forum and profile. So we will start with profile because it's useful for you. You've got here all information on your lessons. So all your previous lessons are here. You may see them here if you want to, just for your reminder what kind of lessons you participated. But also all your upcoming lessons are here, so you don't need to register twice or to look for links in a complicated way. You may always go to your profile, and then in this information funnel enrolled, you will find the link. So it's easy. In your profile, you will also find information about all your measurements. So from the monitoring systems, you may see all this information. You may check it one more time. You've got information on your competitions, if you are providing any project for that. I didn't, so I do not have information here. And about workshops. So if you have enrollment for the workshop, also there's information right here. Okay, so we have some more information in profile, which is EDU-GAME, and you may see your scores here and activities for which you got those points. You may also see some details. This is information you provided during registration. You may change it if you wish. You may change passwords. And you have other evaluations here, and I will come back to this evaluation in a moment. So this is profile. This is EDU-GAME. We're encouraging you to be active, and we're also giving you some prizes for being active. There are some prizes that are announced on the portal, but also, for instance, to be sure to get travel grants for the workshop, you may have the more points you've got, the biggest chance. So, for instance, if there are only one participant from that country, you are always receiving grants. But if there are more, like from Poland or Romania, from where we have really extremely big number of participants, then it's worth to be active, because the biggest chance to get on board for workshops. And you are receiving EDU-GAME points for all activity that you've got within the EDU-ARCTIC project: online lessons, Arctic competitions, workshops, monitoring system, for registration and for regular observation. So each report is 10 points. For each EDU-ARCTIC survey that we have, we've got some big surveys I will show in a moment, or small ones, but also for the small you are receiving points. And also we've got EDU forum, and for each comment you will receive points. And regarding EDU forum, if you are logged in, you may go to EDU forum section and see that there are some general topics, which are those 5 components that we are providing. There is also other, and we've got also a forum in Polish, as Polish teachers asked us to provide that. to provide it. And of course, we may also make some other national forums if you wish, if you ask for that. Not in all languages we will be able to answer. But then you may ask also on English forum any answer we are trying to answer. You've got also this online lesson part is divided into 4 more. You may, if you write something on forum, then you will be also informed when other people are posting something there. You may always stop following that if you don't want to receive those information. So you may use this stop following, and you are automatically out of that. When we are here on the portal, I just would like to show you also one more function. This is this question mark on the right part of the website. So if you go there, you may send any queries to our support. So you may choose the topic out of those and ask if you have any problems, you are looking for particular information. We have also frequently asked questions section, and this is also useful because also all the components are described here. So you may first go there and check, and if there is no answer provided, then ask it through this system. Okay, so I hope it's the navigation on the portal is quite easy, hopefully. And now, really a few words, just a few words about evaluation. As it's extremely important for us to know if you like activities we are providing, and to know what we may improve and how to improve that, and what's the impact on students. We are asking you some questions regarding your student skills and the impact on your students. So generally, when you join the project, for those newcomers, you will be invited to fill in evaluation entry skills assessment. This is quite a big survey, I must say, but really important for us as we need to evaluate what the difference that project may have on your students. So there are 3 categories: STEM skills, knowledge about scientific research and science as such, and knowledge about nature, geography, history, and anything that is specific to the Arctic, and some polar aspects. There are 13 questions, and this survey will be sent to you twice. Once you are registered, it will be sent after signing in, and on Mondays you will be receiving reminders. Please, there is a survey in your profile, go there and fill it in. But it will be once at the beginning, and then after the end of the project. So generally we are planning that in winter 2019 to ask you what's the change in skills, in knowledge about scientific world, and in knowledge about the Arctic as such. So this is to assess if we are succeeding in our goals to raise the interest and make the difference in skills and knowledge. We'll also have other surveys, but not that big as the first one. This is so-called main survey. This will be about how you find the portal and the program. How is it useful for you? How it affects your pupils, and what would you change in the project to make it more useful for you? And this will be sent twice, January 2018 and at the end of the project. And we have small evaluations after each webinar, but of course, don't worry, we are not going to push you to do that. It's voluntary. And of course, we are happy if you are receiving some information from you, but you are not obliged to fill all these surveys at once. This online survey is quite short. There are 6 questions concerning the material. Was it understandable? Was it interesting? How about the contact of teacher or the presenter with recipients? Did you like the form of presentation? Did you have any technical problems? And what's the effect on your students? You may also put their suggestions for changes and suggestions for new topics. So this is the place also to communicate with us with this information. And I may go for a moment to this section. It's also in the profile. So in the profile, if you go evaluation, and if you have something new, there is information new. I didn't submit entry skills assessment because I'm not teaching at school, so I was not able to do that. But I've got some online lesson evaluation. So if I go, I will start just to show you that it's really not long. You are just choosing how understandable was material. So these 6 questions, and then you've got 2 boxes for your suggestions. So it's really not long. So that's all about evaluation. I know that we are not fans of evaluating and sending surveys, but as this is the project that got funding from European Commission, we are also obliged to provide proofs that we are effective. Hopefully, we are. I also encourage you to go to our website. There is information what's going on in ARCTIC research, but also in the project. You may also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You will be receiving newsletters, and this is generally once a month, and we are trying to send you and to keep you updated on some news, some new topics. If you are having a new activity like starting registration for workshops, then you will receive such information in newsletter. So generally, this is what I proposed for you today, and I see that there are some questions, so I'll try to answer that. There is a question about participation of teachers without classes. Yes, of course, it's possible, especially if you want to start and see how it's working. And so this is possible definitely. But our idea is to encourage students to take careers in STEM. So when you have more information to provide or more appealing topics, then it's also some kind influencing from the project. So of course you are able to take part without classes. Yes, if you've got exams, this is exactly the same in Poland in high schools, that they've got exams right now, and so you are not always. It's not always possible to participate in all the lessons, but you may also try with some more interested students or some extra classes if you have some.